So, what we're doing today, we are laser engraving. I can't look at it myself, but I can look at it through the screen. That's my kid's head. I've got light burn set up here. I have a new laser engraver I'm working on a review of. I'm totally supposed to be wearing protective glasses for this, and I'm not. I don't think I have any NDA stuff over here. Where did my goggles go? Oh, heck. Oh, actually, here there. So, it comes with these green glasses that, like, blocks out all color. It actually really, like, I think I'm damaging my eyes because they look so funky after I take them back off because everything turns pink. But we have a laser engraver. I'm going to put these on. And so I'm trying to figure out how to stain this off after I engrave it because it gets pretty funky. With the acid before, it, like, draws these lines and it gets all chipped. But I'm attempting to make some coasters and some ornaments for Christmas presents and then maybe to sell on Etsy. So once I get it polished, it's going to look a lot better. There's going to be like Discord logos, my logo, I have some OBS logos over here. I'm going to stain them up, make them look real nice, and then I have over here, I've got cork bottoms for them, so they'll work as actual coasters. So if anyone wants to pick up some of these, if you want to show initial interest here, I will have some stuff going. Please lightly sand the wood before staining, oiling. That makes sense. Is this how you scarred your Gamers Nexus mod mat? Yes, it is. The question is, so I've been really struggling with this. The shades are a look for sure. I know, they're ridiculous. Like... So, what I've been running into is the issue of both the stain not setting. I've only run the first one for like 14 hours now, so it's only set for that, and the instructions say to code it 3 times and leaving 24 hours between all 3. But yes, I wasn't sure about sanding. So it looks like I should, based on how much I could damage the engraving, because I'm not engraving very deep here. I'm guessing that means that I should be sanding it before I engrave, so it's easier to stain. Like, I'm trying to figure out the order of things, because staining those first demos I showed you with the OBS logo and stuff, I got the chips everywhere, and that was a mess. And so I feel like I should stain before I engrave. But, I don't know. Because with how shallow it is, if I sand, especially on some of those, like, it's just going to destroy it. I mean, I don't know if I can convey, like, how thin this is. So it's, like, all the examples I was finding, like, they were using a full sander, and they were, you know, going ham on it, and that would kind of destroy what I'm working on. So it looks like that one's done. I want to go take a look and see if it's actually useful. So let's see. This is a new style of engraving than the ones I was doing before. So the problem I'm having, and we can switch over here to this view, I'm trying out a new engraving method that's available in Lightburn that wasn't in the other program I'm using, that's doing like a 45-degree angle kind of crosshatch view here, which seems like it'd be less damaging. It obviously like doesn't go deep at all, but it's not like, I really cranked up the darkness on this picture, and it is not very dark. So I guess I'm going to turn off that option and hit it again and see what happens. So let me go do that. Get it lined back up here. Check our framing. Just come over a lot. Check our framing. Well, you get stuck sometimes. Over a tiny bit more. All right, so I'm not seeing any marks at all. Question mark? Oh, it's sort of marking it. Yeah, it's still really thin. I don't know what I'm doing with this software, man. Alright, we're gonna come back over here. Studio is a disaster at the moment. I have so many projects going on. So I've got polyacrylic to seal up the coasters. I got brushes, the cork bottoms. I've got Pokemon cards I still need to sort. Got lenses for Fuji to play with. We have Z690 for Intel 12th. It just got here yesterday, but I still am waiting on DDR5 memory, so I can't really do much with this. But we can unbox this real quick. I've not actually taken a look at it. Oh, it's heavy. Ugh. So here's the program we're working with. It's called Lightburn. It's the only one. Well, there was only 2 for this specific engraver that supposedly worked. This one runs on Linux. The other one was kind of junk anyway. It was open source, but it was not good. But following the instructions every review said would work with this engraver, I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. All right, let's turn off the bidirectional scanning, the negative image. Let's just leave it at a 0 degree angle. We'll get our scene framed up here. Just got to make sure we're centered. This is only a test, but don't want to go over the coaster. Maybe 2 passes. To counteract the chipping, turn the wood so the grain is at an angle. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Currently it's at an angle. All right, let me grab the goggles. All right, I'm gonna hit start. And it randomly stopped. Why does this happen? Start. Console. Shock and movement detected. So the whole point, I strapped it to this board is because it was wobbling or something and kept giving me an unknown or unexpected reset issue. So this should keep it pretty it is rock solid and stable. Unless I shake the entire workbench, it's not going anywhere. And yet it thinks it's loose. All of those are tight. This stuff is weird, man. Actually, something I can check if I have, I guess we can use these. I want to see if it's the same height coming out to here, because that's a problem some people had. We're looking at, I don't even have a good, below 130 down here, up here, we are above 130. So that's when you change the quote-unquote gantry. Oh, no. And try to, what engraver is this? This is the Alfaro Laser 1 from Ortur. Made up names. All right, loosen these a tad. It's gonna be awkward to do as one person versus two sets of hands, but we got it. Oh yeah, so that might be why it was airing out, because it was definitely crooked. This isn't useful. I don't have a ruler. How do you not have a ruler? I should 3D print a ruler at some point, but actually I need to get some 3D prints started today too. I'm making lots of Christmas gifts. All right, so what if we have it like that? Maybe that's better. Definitely got to lower the laser now, but that's fine. Epo sucks on my feet when lol. Actually, I might. If we could do them really comfy. Do you have a level? I don't have my good level in here. I have a little baby level somewhere. Where'd my little baby level go? God, these glasses give me a headache, dude. I don't even know where I set the little baby level. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Ah. Perfect. Is perfect. Yeah. Blanket level sucks. Ugh. Okay. That should be better. Let's align our laser here. All right. Let's go back and frame again. Yikes. A little more. All right. Round 2. If I get this job, I might get the Dream Makers here on EposVox Patreon. Jesus. I don't know about that. That's a little scary, dog. All right. Start. Beep, 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 beep. No! Why? The hell, man? Console output. I don't even know if this was the most recent. Stop. No, I said go home. Start. All right, now it's doing something. Oh, and it stopped again. Mother. Shock and movement detected. Why is this thing so sensitive? Why is it so sensitive? I don't even know what shock and movement it's detecting at this point. Yeah, this setup's still pretty raw. I don't have compressor and stuff. This is frustrating. Stop. Like, there's no way this is shaking too much. It's not hitting the screw. I mean, I'm leaning on it now. I wasn't when I hit start. Me, enter stream. Adam, why is it so sensitive? Nice. Oh, is it just magically going to go now? Yep, it's going. Might be you are too aggressive with your mouse clicking. It could be. I want to get a keyboard tray over here to keep all this off the desk. But I don't really, like, this is up against the AC unit. So, like, there's hot refrigerant pipes and stuff. So I don't really know. They're not pipes, but, you know, copper. But I don't really know what the solution is at the moment. I would love maybe like a slide out drawer mounted under here, but I have had the worst time finding them. Maybe if I'm specifically, like I wanted originally just like workbench drawers that I could pull out, and those were really, really tough to find. But maybe if I specifically look for just a keyboard drawer, get a little keyboard action going, maybe that's the action, the step. Although this is a kind of narrow space. Laptop tray connected to the monitor arm. The monitor arm is jankily rigged on a shelf that's barely bracketed in place, so I'd rather not put more weight on it. I am going to turn down the gain on these mics a little bit. Hopefully that helps a little. I'll get post-processing set up soon. This is the most neglected part of the studio. I was all stoked to get this workbench set up, and actually, I can't even show you like the whole setup yet, but like it's pretty sick. But laptop tray under desk would cause the same bump problem. Actually, you're right. I'm just thinking maybe if the weight's going down instead of on the x-axis, it would be fine. Okay, this one might be looking better. So maybe I just don't do the cross-hatching for this kind of image, because this one was converted from a picture, so it was already like super light. So here's what I'm talking about in the meantime. This is the Discord coaster I printed, and this is the one that I had already done a demo run on the back, and so it actually shot through it. You can actually see light through it. But even on the parts where it didn't go through, like the way it cut these lines, like actually let me get one I care less about breaking. Here's me trying to do the Digital Foundry logo. Like the way it cut the lines, any sort of sanding just shreds them like. So, and now it's like completely messed up. So I really don't want to sand on that. And so I'm not sure what the solution is, but maybe this is still turning out pretty light. I don't know if you can see it though. Like it's more of a like brown instead of the deep black that this does. So, because it's not going very deep. I don't know. All the power measurements, like for these things, are like completely made up numbers. Like on the previous program, it was measured in a measure like a range of 1,000. On this one, it's 100%. And even at 100%, this is clearly not running at 100%. So I don't really know. And these coasters were specifically recommended for engraving. But the same thing happened on the sample plank that they provided too. So I'm not really sure at the moment. Main difference is one is from a photo, the other based on a solid logo. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which is fine, because the face one specifically we're going to try to make ornaments from. And so it can be a little shaded as long as the stain doesn't take away too much from it. But like, this was my first pass of trying to stain without sanding, and I don't think you can even tell that it was stained. But I'm thinking just do like a limited Etsy run of the OBS logo, a YouTube logo, Twitch logo, Discord logo. I think this is the old Discord logo, so I will get the updated one. And like my logo. And just do a collection of a few circle, a few square ones, get them all fancied up and sealed up. Maybe see if anyone's interested. Bennett says if I do his face on it, he'll pay for it. This one might turn out like good enough for an ornament. Not this exact one, because it's already been gunked up, but this concept. The other problem I'm running into is actually centering these things. Now, specifically with this setup, I'm trying not to touch it. Because my wood is too small, I have the bracket on the inside, which means I can't actually record all the way to like 0 exactly. But effectively, I can just use Lightburn here to engrave a grid on the bottom plate itself. But I do need to get bigger wood, because these brackets are supposed to be on the outside, at least on this part. So it needs to be like 3 inches wider. Otherwise, mod the logos to be solid outline and shade inward. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. A floppy disk design would make for a really cool coaster. Ooh, you're not wrong. All right, I guess we're going to let that go and swap back over to the main setup for now. Those glasses really mess up my vision. Like I keep getting paranoid that I'm looking at the laser too much, and that's what's screwing up my eyes or my head or whatever. But it's actually just the color cast of those glasses. Like whenever I first take them off, everything's like colored wrong, and my eyes are not sure what to do about it. I just try not to wear them and just not look at the thing. Obviously, if you get a fancier laser engraver, it has like a proper enclosure and stuff. But this one is supposed to be specifically portable and stuff. I actually really like this. Obviously I got to play around with the centering and everything, but I think that will be good enough. And of course, as soon as I come over here, the freaking air conditioner kicks on, man. That's fine. It's slowly turning to winter. So I want to set up, I should not have done that. I want to set up the grid lines on this real quick. So I want to show you how I'm going to do that, I guess. Come in here, new project. So our initial results were not good. It was just way too light, not working out. That was our second test on camera, looking a little bit better, but still too light to be anything. But this one is about how I want it. Still not enough detail in the nose and mouth, so I'm gonna tweak. I'm gonna crank up blackness on the picture itself to compensate for that and try to kind of finish it off. And there's no eyebrows, so I want to get that in there. But that is the burn I'm looking for, I guess. Obviously, got to center it up and stuff, but I think that looks great. All right, so I'm supposed to be able to just draw lines here, but I want them to stay on the axis. How do I make it align to the grid? Do I hold shift? That's usually the answer. Why is there not snapping? Snap to grid. Yes. That is what I want. This is really tedious. There should just be a engrave grid option. I'm sure there is, and I just have no clue where it is. There we go. We're making progress, making progress. That's not on the grid. So speed per minute is 5,000 is the max for this one. Max power, 100%. We'll do 4,000 millimeters per minute just to be safe. Okay. Tell the laser to go home, put on my goggles, which I have lost. And theoretically, this should just give us a nice grid on our base here. All right. Let's see what happens. One or more shapes is crossing the edge of the works. Yeah, that's fine. Yo! I don't even know if you can see it. It's missing half the workspace. That's weird, but it is super thin at the moment, but that's fine for now. Oh yeah, turn on my fan for the smoke. I got one of those soldering iron fans to pull it away. My whole studio smells like a campfire right now because I've been doing this for a couple days. This is pretty neat to watch, honestly. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, because the laser's on this side of the thing. That's fine. Is it out of alignment with the board? What do you mean? It's probably not completely centered. Oh, you're right. It does look a little crooked. Oh, it skipped a line. Excuse me? Yeah, the gantry might not be square, honestly. All right, why did we skip a line? That's really weird. In the software, there's no line skipped. Yes, I'm wearing my glasses. It's the Alfaro Laser 1 from Otur Tech. I have no clue why it skipped that particular line. So I'm going to tell it to do it again. Let's see what happens. What are you trying to achieve? Currently, I'm making a grid for the engraver so I can more easily line up my stuff. This is a temporary piece of wood. Obviously, it's too small for this, so I'm going to get a bigger one whenever I have access to wood. But in the meantime, it's fine, and I'm just setting up a grid so I can more easily center and align the things that I'm setting up. Does pineapple belong on pizza? No! Get out! Yes, it is the one crossing outside of the box. I don't see one outside of the box. What do you mean? Oh, maybe it'll get it on this pass. Oh, it stopped! No! What? Shock and movement detected. The betrayal! The betrayal! Now, if I was super OG, maybe on the next wood, you got a warning about a line being outside the... Oh, that's not for the line itself. It's for where I had the crosses going out. I was just dragging them to the edge of the grid, and those obviously only go so far. That's what that warning was about. I think whenever I get the full piece of wood, I'm going to try to align a photoshopped grid and have the actual numbers so I can map it up in the software a little bit easier. So I know exactly where things are. That's the line that got skipped. Oh. Well, it shouldn't have. Oh, I see. I know what you're talking about now. I assumed that it just meant the information going outside of it wouldn't get skipped. I see what you mean now. Is that line. We get it back in there. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out, because I completely misunderstood that. All right, let's try not to touch it this time. Let's see if it goes. I'm already getting a headache. It got skipped, flipped, and dripped. No, you're good. Sometimes I assume I understand what the thing is saying, and then I misread a thing. Inhaling all this burned wood gets to you. This is definitely something I want an outside workshop for at some point. We need to replace our shed because our shed is dead. So at some point I may see if I can just set it up so I can easily run extension cords to it or something. And before it's burned through the wood again. No, this is 3/4 inch plywood. There's no way. I don't think the laser's even powerful enough to cut through it. The coasters are a few millimeters thick. This is at least 1/2 inch, if not 3/4 inch. There we go. We got that line filled in. Hell yeah. Thank you for the help. This is why I am here. Oh, no! No! The shield got knocked off. Damn it. I should have hit pause instead of stop. All right, you know what? We're good. We're good. We got our grid. We don't need to keep it going. Are we cutting up more Gamers Nexus pads today? Yeah. All right, that looks really nice. It looks like it's just printed up. Well, let me take my glasses off. Yeah, that looks perfect. There's a little bit of wiggle at the ends of these. That's hilarious. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It wiggles off at the end there. I guess because it gets to the end of the gantry here, which is less secure. You can definitely see it is not square. Well, I kind of don't want to fix it now because we just did the grid, and then the grid won't be lined up. But you can definitely, I'm fairly certain, that is clearly not square. And we could obviously fix that. Not the grid itself, I mean the arm. You can see it slants down here. Turn the baseboard over, fasten device. Dude, that was such a pain in the ass. Well, we could do it. The other side has more screw holes, though, so it's less flat, but we can do it. Let me, I guess, close the software and unplug it real quick. I'll save this grid. Close the software. Unplug it. Turn off. Okay, guess I'm just unplugging it. There you go. We're doing it live. All right, this is going to get loud, so turn down your volume. That is not the screw I want there. That one has a rounded head. Decided to turn it up anyway. Rip your ears. All right. So I have to use the camera for this because it's not obvious to me yet. All right. Like from my angle, it's harder to tell. So we need thank you for the Prime sub. Bennett is awesome. Okay. Subbed earlier and it didn't pop. Well, I'm sorry. Thank you for the sub, Stereo. All right, how do I even... I actually don't know how to align this better. You would think... I don't think that's going to do it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to change much of anything. 4 wheels on the Maybar. That's what these are. Oh, it looked like it did a fair bit. Yeah, you're right. It's a little better. So what if I... Damn it. What if I just like... Do I hold it and tighten it? Must have a square. I do not, unfortunately. I should, but I don't. Yeah, the problem is these are just like acrylic side panels and they're not going to be completely square, so it kind of throws off the look. Coming to this side panel, the square of the laser is completely like, it feels even to the side panel, so that should mean it's mostly square. We're going to tighten these real quick. I can also try to take out these screws for the sidebar and tighten it a little better. The cool thing about this being like modular and portable and stuff is that theoretically you could just build your own enclosure for it, because you could just take these rails off and put them in anything. So you could like build your own box for it, which is not something I considered, and I will mention in the review. So full disclosure, this was sent for review. I originally agreed to it because I thought I'd give it to someone as a Christmas present. I don't know that that has worked out, but I want to make a video about both my 3D printer, which I still need to go set up a print for in a minute. I keep forgetting, as well as this kind of thing for creators learning how to do things. The rest of the unsquare will be an optical illusion because the camera's away from the center bar. Yeah, you're probably right. It looks pretty good to me. And I think it's fine now, given this is a temporary setup. But I want to make a video with it about, you know, just various ways creators can make more money for themselves and build a business rather than just streaming. And this will be one way to do it. But it's turned into a bit of a mess, as the agency that sent it to me Immediately started asking for my video like as soon as I got it, when it takes, like, it took forever for me to get these in. It takes days for like the stain to sit in. Like, even if I had immediately started engraving stuff to really get results that I want to show off for a video, it takes time. And then they started offering me money to get my review up quicker because they had a sale going on or something. To which, if you saw my screenshot on Twitter, I was very nasty in my reply, being like, holy shit, no. And I'm very disappointed that they're offering reviewers money, and that I can't believe that they would do that. So I guess I'm going to bring it up in my review. Obviously, I said no to it. That does kind of complicate things, but I'm going to be pretty honest about my experience with it. The documentation for it is abysmal. Like, if you are looking to get into laser engraving, and I feel the same way about 3D printers. It's basically, it runs G-code. It's basically the same setup as a 3D printer. But it's that kind of thing where if you want to get into it for the first time, you're going to have no clue what you're doing. And they do absolutely nothing here to make that easier for you. All right, let me get the software going, see if we can get our grid burned in here real quick. Grid. Home. And we'll do like multiple passes. We will do 3 passes at full speed. Let's give it a try. I'm going to let go and then click. Behold! Let's go ahead and turn this other fan on. Apologies for the noise. I'm going to get my drink while this is going. Yeah, that was my fault. I had the stream on the wrong scene, so that's why the alerts weren't popping up. Sorry. I will recount any new subs and stuff when I get back. Yeah, this looks a lot better, don't you think? I guess you can't see it very well yet. What if I flip my other light on? It got stuck again. This is really annoying. Shock and movement detected. What shock and movement? I don't understand. None of the other videos mentioned this. I was literally at the other desk. Like, my workbench isn't the most stable thing in the world, but like, it takes a lot to move. I really thought screwing it to this piece of wood would help it. Yeah, when the guard itself fell off, it didn't say anything. Right, since it already went through once, I'm just going to knock it down to 1 pass. And we'll just do 1. I guess that's the advantage of the slower speed, is that maybe it doesn't jar it so much. So we'll do 3,000 for the speed instead of 5,000. Let's hope it works. All right, I think we're good this time. I think I just need to keep it on the slower speed. That's part of the reason I'm doing all this like experimentation. Ah, it stopped, mother. All right, so the other program at least had an option to like continue from where it left off. This one doesn't. Start from current position. Nope, nope, nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. What the hell, man? I haven't found any, like, I guess I'm going to have to email them and ask them, like, what they think the solution is. Because this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not, why would the cut be out of bounds? We're home now. Oh, I know why. Never mind. Like, there's no reason it should be this sensitive. How's your CDR mirror? Great. I just used it for B-roll in the video that went up today. Yeah, I guess when the stream's over, I need to email them and be like, yo, what the hell, guys? Why? It's weirdly like the same spot every time. I do not understand. Maybe I need to tighten these more? All right, we'll do something else after this if this isn't going to work. Check the connections in the bottom left corner. Maybe they're getting pulled a lot. Maybe. Actually, these are kind of not in an optimal, like, they could pull each other. But I mean, they're zip tied down, so they're definitely not getting loose. Let me tighten these some more. Yeah, let me close the software. Save, yes. Unplug it again. Okay, apparently the board stays lit up even when you unplug the power. That's bizarre. We need this taken out. Maybe wrapped around this? Because these two are looped together, so maybe now that that's free. The issue is that, yeah, the coaster was like all the way down here and it was still doing it. So I really have no freaking clue. Maybe this is hitting the wheel? It needs some degree of freedom, though. Obviously, I can't tighten it up and expect it to come all the way out here. This is dumb. All right, I'm going to set this up. Wonder if it has to do with being the stopping point on both axes. Yeah, like maybe when it goes to turn, it just like jars too much. Let's get this plugged back in. And then as this is going, we're going to open some trading cards. Because I'm sure you all are tired of seeing the same thing at this point. Maybe not, though. You never know. All right, so if we pull up the grid, we can kind of delete some of the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can just delete those lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then same thing with this side. Actually, we can just delete all of them. So maybe if we just tell it to burn these lines now. Oh, the laser's not on. Son of a... File, save as, grid 2. Really weird staring at a computer in these glasses, let me tell you. What's up, swim team? All right, just fighting a laser engraver here. The issue is we can delete certain parts and fix this for the grid we're doing. But for the coasters and stuff, like that's game over if it does it in the middle of it. So I don't really, like, I'm really frustrated. What's up, CB Demented? Like, I'm going to waste a lot of pieces of wood and stuff if we can't make that work. All right, I'm going to do 2 passes for these lines. Okay, problem sending data to the laser. Por supuesto. Damn it. Okay. Close this. Save. Why is there a problem sending data to the laser? Unplug. Replug. USB devices. Laser plugged in. Okay. Light burn. There we go. All right. Huzzah! We at least have our grid. All right. Let's go do something. No! Not even a couple lines. Is this not tight enough? Are the wheels not tight enough? I'm desperate at this point. What the hell? I'm so confused. This is one of those things where I feel like it could be user error, or it could be something that I am missing, but I don't know what it would be. It just finishes a line, and it's like, well, we can't continue. This is amazing. Okay, I get it in that case. All right, one more try, and then we're going to the trading cards. This is the Otur Alfaro Laser 1. Okay, definitely didn't hit anything that time. Yeah. All right, I'm giving up until I send an email to the company. This is insane. This is genuinely insane. I've never had... I don't know that I've ever had such a worse experience with something that, as far as I can tell, I'm not doing anything wrong. Hello there. I guess as soon as I have time tonight, I'm chopping up today's VOD and sending it to them in an email. So about your deathmatch should be here in a day or two. Nice!